Okay, today we're going to look at writing equations. There are two ways to write equations, either the slope-intercept form or the point-slope form. The slope-intercept form, you can see in red you have to replace the m with your slope and the b with your y-intercept. Once you do that, you're finished writing your equation, so it's really pretty easy. We're going to focus in on today on the point-slope form. With point slope, once again in red is what we're looking to replace. You've got to have a point, which is your x-coordinate and your y-coordinate, and you have to have a slope, which is your m. And we're going to see how to plug it in and how to work it out. So we're going to be focusing in on point slope form. I know that's pretty big, and there's a reason for it. We're looking to write an equation going through -1, -3 with the slope of 4. And I'm going to split this so that you can look back and see point slope form. We've got to have a point, which we have a point right here, and we have to have a slope, which we have right there. The point is our x1 and y1, and the slope is our m. So if you look back over to the point slope form, those are the three things that we needed, and we're now going to plug those in. Now whatever's in black, we never change. We always keep it in there. So we're going to have our y minus, because that's in black, and then the y1 is our -3. You have to include both the minus and the -3. Is equal to m is our slope, which is 4, parentheses x minus, and then my x1 is -1, and once again you have to include both the minus and the negative. Now minus a negative turns into plus a positive, so we're truly dealing with a +3 and a +1 there. Now to finish up, we've plugged this into point slope form. Now we have to finish it up by getting y by itself. So to do that, we're going to do our distributive property and get y plus 3 is equal to 4x plus 4. And then we have to finish up by getting y by itself. So we're going to subtract 3 to both sides. And y is by itself. Y equals 4x plus 1. And that would be our answer. That's our equation. I'm going to stick that page, and then let's look at our next equation. Our next equation is the same thing, but this time you'll notice they don't give us a slope. They give us 2 points. Well, we can go back and we can use the slope formula, which is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, and we can actually find our slope. And then once we find our slope, we can continue on and figure out our equation. So this is x1, y1, x2, y2. And we're going to plug that in, and we're going to go y2, which is -6, minus y1, which is -5, over x2, which is 7, minus x1, which is -2. Minus negatives turn into plus positives, and we end up with -1 on top over 9. And so our slope is -1 over 9. Now remember, this is only m. This is not our answer. So now we're going to take our m and then take our x1 and y1 and plug it back into our point slope form. So we'll go y minus, and then y1 is -5 is equal to, and then m is our -1 over 9, parentheses, x minus, and x1 is -2. Once again, anywhere you have minus a negative, that has to change to plus a positive, so we're going to change both of those. Okay, now we're dealing with the fraction, and in my class we don't like to deal with fractions, so we like to get rid of them. And in order to get rid of a fraction, you have to multiply by the denominator. The denominator is the bottom number. So I want to get rid of the 9 by multiplying by 9. And you multiply it to every term, but you never multiply it to anything inside of parentheses. So we're going to leave this stuff right here alone, but we're going to multiply the 5 by 9 and multiply the y by 9. So when we do this, this cancels out my denominator and gives me 9y plus 45 is equal to, and we're left with a negative 1 parentheses x plus 2. Well, we like to go ahead and do this in one step, so we're going to go ahead and do our mountaintops, our distributive property right now. So this gives me a negative 1x minus 2. Okay, so now that we've done that, now we just need to get y by itself and we'll be finished. So we're going to start off by subtracting 45. Minus 45. And we get 9y is equal to negative 1x minus 47. And finish up by dividing everything by 9. So those cancel out, and y is equal to negative 1 over 9. That does not reduce, x. And then this doesn't reduce either, so we just put negative 47 over 9. If anything would have reduced, then at that point we would have gone ahead and reduced it. Once you get y by itself, then you are done, and you have written yourself an equation.